hold of a blue line to Dylan Larkin. Now to Raymond. He scores! Oh my goodness!
You're not Doug Deep. You're Ken Pell. You're the hockey guy. I don't know anything about this.
Patrick Kane in Chicago. Oh my God! Kane with the overtime winner.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Conversation Line, brought to you by Fieger Law. I'm Daniella Bruce, alongside the Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer, Ken Cal. And joining us, Nate Danielson. We're sticking to the theme of the rookies. We had Emmett Finney on last, and now Nate's joining us. Nate, any feedback from your teammates about how the podcast experience went for them?
Honestly, no. I kind of forgot about it until this morning. So, yeah, no, it's just coming in and let's do it.
So you didn't really prep then, that means?
No, I didn't.
Preparation at all?
Just all raw.
That's actually great.
Well, we want you to talk is what we want you to do. We want the fans to understand what Nate Danielson is all about. So
well, why don't we start there? You have a quiet demeanor. How did you get that? Where did that come from?
I feel like I've always been a little quieter until I kind of get more comfortable. And I feel like if you ask like Emmett or Axel, I think they'd see a little bit of a different side of me. But I think that kind of just comes with time and getting comfortable. And obviously just got called up not long ago. So I feel like just kind of getting more comfortable here and around all the guys.
Well, what is Nate Danielson like when you do get comfortable and you're able to talk with your teammates and everybody else?
I mean, just having fun. I think just like joke around with the guys, and I mean, we got a pretty good group this year, and everyone likes to have fun. So, yeah, I mean, especially I feel like me and the rookies, we like to have fun and kind of poke each other and get under each other's skin, I'd say.
Are you guys living together right now? What's the roommate situation?
No, I'm at the hotel still.
Oh, so you're by yourself now?
Yeah.
Do you prefer it that way?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know if I could live with one of those guys. It'd be tough, but I like it. I like having my own space and then like still being able to go and hang out with different guys and like that. This summer was a little bit crazy with the house we had.
Yeah. Was that you, Emmett,
Axel and Nygaard?
Nygaard. Oh.
All right. Are you one of those guys, those quiet guys they always said you got to watch out for because they're the guys that play all the practical jokes. You know, you don't think of them. You think of them a big, quiet guy. Are you one of those practical jokers? Do you like pulling pranks on people?
Yeah.
Yeah, no hesitation.
Yeah, I mean, I like to. I think it's funny. Last year in GR, we had a really good group of guys, and I have to admit, Kosa was one of the biggest pranksters there last year. Oh yeah, he just once he would get started, he couldn't stop. So we actually, funny story. We were pranking each other, and Cleary was in town, and he was doing some skills, and so I'm not gonna say who it was because I don't think we ever even told him, but somebody like. We would always cut the tape off people's sticks, like their whole knobs and everything, and we'd do all their sticks. And somebody did it to Clears. And then like we went over to the practice rink and he found it like that and he wasn't very happy about it. So
Did he laugh about it eventually?
We talked about it this year with him and he was still he still wanted to figure it out, I think. So
That's awesome. That's
one of my all-time favorite pranks. Remember Sean Avery played with the Red Wings? Well, he came into practice one day and he told everybody he had to leave early and he had to get out and he had to shower, get out quick before anybody else. Well, that's the wrong thing to say, right? Because one of the guys, I can't remember who it was, who wasn't skating, was just getting treatment, took his car keys and balled them up with big wad of tape, and it took him forever to try and cut through the tape to get to the car key.
Yeah, we used to in junior we did it where we would take someone's car keys and we'd go move their car and then put their car keys back and they'd come out and obviously they thought their car would be stolen. That was a good one.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about your junior hockey a little bit. That was in WHL in Brandon. Is that where that was? You were a captain there for a couple of years. You had a good time, at least it seems, playing in that league. What's it like for someone that doesn't see a lot of WHL hockey?
Yeah, it's a good league. I mean, that was I grew up watching that league. I watched the Rebels growing up, and I watched people like Nugent Hopkins, and there's lots of guys who went through there. So I always wanted to go and play in the WHL, and but I mean, it's a great league. It's all the best young players in Western Canada play in it. So I think that's a big contributor where I am now.
Nate, I talk to Chris Osgood all the time, and obviously he played for Medicine Hat, the Tigers. Is there a rivalry still between Medicine Hat and Brandon?
I don't think like there used to be. No, my brother actually played Medicine Hat, but no, not like there used to be. We were big rivals with Winnipeg. They had a team, so it was like that was the only two Manitoba teams. So we were big rivals with them.
Your brother older than you?
Yeah, 2 years older.
And is that your only sibling?
Yeah.
Well, you guys. So you mentioned that he played also in the WHL. That's the first time you guys played against each other. That I read somewhere. That's pretty cool. So
yeah, we it was in Brandon, so my whole family was able to come out, and because we were like how it works kind of growing up is like you'd be like a first year, then second year, then you'd move up to like a new age group, and he was 2 years older, so I'd always like miss playing with him or against him. So I think it was my 17-year-old year, and he was 19. Was the first time we ever got to play against each other, and we were able to beat him. So that was fun.
Yeah, junior hockey's fun though, right? I mean, for the people that don't really understand or don't see junior hockey, I mean, out in Western Canada, I mean, that's pretty big. You get some big crowds, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some places you're getting up to like 10,000, 12,000 people, and obviously depends on the city and the market. Like Edmonton, they could sometimes sell out Rogers Place, and depending on what kind of game it was. But yeah, it's a big thing, especially some of the small towns. Like that's what they have, and that's what the community kind of rallies behind.
When you were traded in the WHL, so you went from Brandon to Portland, right? Yep. What is it? Is a trade similar to what happens in the NHL, like the entire process of it? What was that like for you?
I mean, yeah, I don't know with NHL, but I mean, I got back from World Juniors, and our team we were going to make the playoffs, but in the WHL now, it's kind of like you have these like teams that stack up really, and they have to go for it. And if you're not one of those teams, you kind of know you don't have a chance of winning. So, well, I knew that there was a chance I would get traded, and talking to my agent, he thought there was a chance, and it was actually like 5 minutes before like the trade deadline was at like 4, and I got a call from our GM telling me to come back to the rink, and had a good idea that I got traded and didn't know where or who, and was a little surprised, but I was excited to go to Portland, and we went on a good run there.
Yeah, what was Portland like for you? Like joining a new team like that, and then eventually, obviously, your career kind of took off from there, but just getting the experience to go on that type of run there.
I loved Portland. It was awesome. A lot better weather than cold Manitoba. We were golfing in January, but it was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I think it was super meaningful to get into some playoff hockey and that experience of that grind playing 4 7-game series, and so yeah, it was awesome.
Nate, obviously you played against a lot of great players in junior, but who was the toughest player you had to go up against forward-wise?
It's probably an easy answer with Bedard. I mean, he's an awesome player, and especially playing against him for those 2 or 3 years that we went up against each other, he was always tough to play against, and I mean, I think just obviously it speaks for itself on what he does out there, and yeah, he's tough.
Well, I'm sure you do know, talked about it a lot, how Connor actually said you're the toughest player that he had to play against in junior. Was that, I don't want to, like, intentional? Did you guys like to battle it out, or was that just the style that you played?
I honestly don't know. It's been talked about a lot, I think, coming from the draft, but I don't know, like we were Regina was one of the teams we played a lot, and he was obviously someone that, as a competitor, like you want to go up against someone like that, and I feel like it's kind of a good, almost measuring stick when you're at that age. Trying to, he's obviously the best player that was in our draft class, so I think just wanting to go out there and compete and obviously get the better of him, and so I think it was fun to be able to do that.
Were you here for the Chicago game?
Yeah, that was my first game.
Yeah, that was your very first game. Oh, and you got to play against him.
Yeah.
Did you match up with him at all?
Yeah, we did a couple times.
Yeah, that's very cool. Are you guys tight, or is it just kind of like a played against each other type thing?
Yeah, we got to be pretty good friends over the last few years. We have the same agents, so we would go train together in the summer, and we were roommates at the draft and stuff. So we got to be pretty good friends, and I'll still talk to him a little bit now, but I wouldn't say we're tight or anything.
Nate, a lot of the travel in junior hockey is kind of tough at times, and I'm sure there's been some really long bus trips going from one city to another. But what's it like? Tell the people about, what's it like when you play in one city, then you got to take maybe an 8-hour bus ride, and how do you get ready for the game?
Honestly, yeah, like in Brandon and Portland, it was bad too. But in Brandon, besides Winnipeg, I think our closest one was 4.5 hours. So and we would day trip a lot of those games. Like we would get on the bus at 12 o'clock or whatever it was and stop and eat and then go play a game. But I think the worst thing we ever had to do was we were in Brandon and we would do home and homes with Prince Albert. It's north of Saskatoon, and it's like 8.5 hours. And sometimes we would play, whether it was in Brandon or Prince Albert, on a Friday night, and then either get on the bus after the game, or sometimes we would get on the bus at like 7 a.m. that morning and drive the whole day, get off play, and then drive home that night. So it was definitely a grind at times, but I mean, I feel like it kind of helped prepare you for, obviously travel and AHL and NHL is tough, and I think it definitely helped prepare me.
Did you have like sleeper buses, right? Like, could you guys lay down?
No.
Really?
No, we had like a special type of bus in both teams I played for, and in Brandon they had taken it was like they took every second row seating out.
Okay.
And so you would double up, but what we would do is, probably wasn't very safe, but guys would bring I had this big memory foam mattress that we would lay on the floor, and so one guy would lay on the seat with they had footrests, and the other guy would go underneath on a memory foam mattress to be able to sleep.
So you guys would create your own little beds for, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's tough travel.
I'll tell you what's tough too is, did you ever have the experience where you played one night, then you had to travel to another city, and your clothes, your uniform, everything was all wet because they couldn't dry it, and then you got to put that on, and sometimes because it's so wet out there and frozen, you have to undo it.
I remember one time, I think we were playing in Medicine Hat, and we were going to PA after, which is far. It was maybe 7 or 8 hours, and we drove halfway, and we stopped in some small town in Saskatchewan, and it was minor hockey where there was no where for to air our gear out, so we all put our gear in one little hotel room, and it did not dry, and it was soaking wet, and it was I'm Canadian, so Celsius, it was minus 30 something, just cold. And
my goodness.
Then we'd get on the bus the next day and go and play with wet gear, and it was,
How did that room smell? Oh my goodness.
They had to do some intense cleans to that room.
Poor housekeeping the next day.
No, I think the team would get a bill, right? Because the stench in there, it doesn't go away. Yeah.
So what was your pastime on the bus aside from sleeping? What did you do?
Lots of cards.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'd play lots of cards. That's what we did in Brandon a lot of time. In Portland, guys would like the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yep.
Play Mario Kart and stuff like that. But lots of cards. Try to sleep too with just how much time we were on the bus. But
What was the game of choice when you play cards?
we played game 7 Up, 7 Down, it was called. Or we'd play Schnarps too, another one. I don't know if you guys know any of those games, but probably know a similar version, just different names. So
The only card game I know is euchre, which
We would play
you
some of that
did.
too,
Really?
yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask because it's
I
a
thought you guys would
Michigan
play
thing,
poker or
right?
something, you know?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
big-
it was just tough with like we didn't have like a table or anything on our bus, so like it was tough. Like you could set up like a cooler, but you hit a bump and everything goes flying. So
Don't know the score of the game after that one.
we would actually play quite a bit of euchre too, and it was fun.
The plane experience has been nice, I'm imagining.
Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely a lot nicer than the bus, and I think just everything, the way you get treated, the food, everything's been a treat to be able to have.
Nate, when you first came up, you were just drafted, and you played a handful of preseason games, and you actually did pretty well. I think you had 4 goals in the first year you were here in the preseason. Did you have an inkling of, well, maybe I might make this team?
I feel like coming in that year, I kind of just I didn't expect to make it, obviously, just being my first year and coming right out of the draft. But I felt like I just kind of played with no fear and didn't really care what happened, whether I got sent back, because that's what I thought was going to happen. And I ended up having a good preseason. Thought I might have a chance to stick around for a little bit. But, I thought that was a good learning experience for me.
What about this year? Because Todd McClellan says it all the time that he thinks you would have been on the opening night roster if it weren't for the injury. How did that impact you at all, whether it was mentally? Obviously, you had the injury you were coming back from, but what was the disappointment in that moment?
Yeah, it was disappointing for sure. I felt like I was having a good camp, and I felt like I had a good chance to start here, which was obviously the goal coming in. And I kind of train the whole summer and all the time you put in to make the team. So I think kind of when it first happened, it was obviously super disappointing, and we didn't really know the severity to how long it was going to be, and it actually turned out being better than we thought. So at first it was pretty disappointing, and I thought I was going to be out a lot longer. So I was pretty upset by it.
Yeah, what is the feeling like? Because you obviously have to train by yourself. You have a coach to work out with you, but while everybody else is doing the drills and participating with the team, you're really kind of by yourself trying to rehab and get back into the lineup, right?
Yeah, it wasn't very fun. I was just skating by myself, and honestly pretty much just bag skating myself just to stay in shape, because I couldn't do any puck stuff really. So it's pretty much going out there and just skating lines, and just to keep my legs and lungs ready for when I was able to come back.
So were you able to stay in Detroit for most of that time?
I just stayed for the rest of camp, and then I went back to Grand Rapids and continued there.
What is the experience in the AHL? We hear about how valuable it is for young players like you. What things did you take from your time in the AHL?
I feel like just coming from junior, it's a way different game. I think that was the biggest thing, was just learning like what made me successful at the pro level. And in junior, you kind of just can get the puck and take it down the ice and make a play, and that just obviously isn't the case at this level. So I feel like it was kind of just learning what made me successful, and kind of just learning how to play the pro game.
For our fans watching right now, how would you describe the way you play? What would be the blueprint of Nate Danielson?
I would say a 200-foot player. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's kind of what I see myself as, and I feel like just good defensively and responsible, and then offensively, I think I'm creative and have good offensive instincts, and yeah.
And how do you feel that improved since you've been drafted?
I think there's been lots of areas. I think that year going back to the WHL after I got drafted was a good year for me, just kind of keep working at different things. And I think this past summer was probably the biggest one, just after playing a year pro and putting on weight and learning the learning the strength side, and so I think that helped me a lot this year.
I was looking back, and I know you had a breakaway against Swayman, the Boston goaltender, and things developed quickly. You're coming in on goal. Like, is it amazing how good these NHL goaltenders are? Do you see that?
Yeah, that is one of the things that I've noticed is even just in practice shooting on Talbs and Gibby. I mean, it's tough to score on them, and they're good. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks that still a little frustrated by it. But
way to bring that up, Ken.
Yeah,
sorry. You'll score.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just got to make the most of those chances, and yeah, they are good. There's a lot of good goalies.
I'm going to harp on one now, too. The one that was called back offside, that was your other breakaway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to get Nate a breakaway goal.
I mean, that one I scored, but I would say that's Finn's fault.
Yeah, we'll blame Emmett for that one.
Yeah, I mean, he took a lot of crap for that one, so
Yeah.
I'll lay off him now.
Now, the first one went off your body or your leg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one was the beautiful goal. But 20 years from now, you'll go through the whole team, tell everybody you roofed it, top shelf, hit the water bottle, right?
No, I'd like to switch those, but I mean, it's funny how it works out, and
They all count.
yeah, they all count.
They all count.
Yeah.
Did you put the puck anywhere yet? Your first goal?
No, I think they took. I don't know where it is, honestly.
Oh my god!
I think they.
You took the picture, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they like make something for us, like
nice.
little like plaque with like the game and date and everything.
I remember Slava Kozlov, who played for the Red Wings, he scored his first goal, and they actually flipped him the puck, and then he threw it to the trainer, and said, "Hey, save this for me," and the trainer lost it. Oh, he doesn't have his first puck.
See, if I were that trainer, I would be bad because I would have just picked up a puck and been like, I'm going to date this against the first NHL goal puck. Okay, wait. So you grew up in Red Deer, which is just outside of Edmonton?
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of Calgary and Edmonton.
All right, tell us about Nate Danielson, the little kid. What was life like growing up?
Honestly, a lot of hockey in the winters. It's cold. We lived like probably a block and a half from a lake that we would go to all the time growing up, and that was honestly what my childhood was play hockey, and I loved being on the outdoor rink and be there with my dad and my brother, and spent a lot of time out there, and then in the summer, I mean, I like to play all sports. I like to do other things, and but yeah, I mean, growing up, the reason I kind of got into hockey was my brother. I looked up to him, and that's what he was doing. And my parents tell me now that I guess when I first started, I hated it. I hated skating, and when I was like 2 or 3, but obviously fell in love with it, and yeah, that's kind of how it all started.
I have to ask you this. It was an experience we had with the Red Wings busing because our plane, we couldn't fly from Edmonton to Calgary, but do they still have the A&W in Red Deer? Do they still have that?
On Gasoline Alley, like right coming through?
Kind of near there, yes. Is it still there or no?
Probably. I honestly don't know.
No, because where I'm going with this is when we were busing to Edmonton from Calgary, all the guys, and this was I think it was the 2002 team that won the Stanley Cup. So all those great players were on that team. We stopped in Red Deer, and all these great players are getting off, and they're going to the A&W, right? And the people working behind the counter are going like, "Oh my God, here's Steve Eisenman, here's Sergei Fedorov."
They probably do. Yeah, it's probably still there. I know where it'd be. It'd be like right on the way through. There's like right off the highway. You're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably still there, honestly.
Yeah, because the players were hungry, they had to stop, and so that's where we stopped.
Yeah.
Is it like it's a small town vibe, or what's the?
It's like 100,000 people, so it's a little bit bigger, but still relatively small.
Got a lot of snow up there too, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, lots of.
Did you enjoy any other winter sports other than playing hockey? I know you played hockey all the time, but.
Yeah, I like to go skiing and stuff. We would do that a couple times as a family. We'd go up to the mountains, like the Banff area. Yeah. We'd go up there, and we'd do like Christmas up there with family. And I like to go skiing, and but that was pretty much it.
Any other sports at all?
Big golfer.
Okay.
I like golf. Yeah. I got into it my dad got me into it when I was younger. When we were like, I was probably I don't know, 9 or 10. My brother was like 11 or 12. During the summer when we were off school, my parents were working, they got us golf memberships, and they would drop us off at the golf course at like 8 in the morning, and like all my buddies would have memberships, so like we would spend the whole day there, play golf, like play 18 or whatever, 27 holes, and then they'd pick us up at like 4 o'clock or whatever after work. So we had fun there.
That's very cool. All the guys seem like they like to golf. Have you been able to golf with any of your current teammates, Red Wing teammates?
Yeah, the guys I lived with this summer, we golfed quite a bit.
Are you the best golfer of the group?
Yeah, yeah.
You can say it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'd say I'm the best. But I mean, that's the fun part about golf is like there's a way to make it even between all of us with like handicapping and so it was fun. We would have some good matches. It'd be me and Michael versus Emmett and Axel, and I'd say me and Mike won the majority of them, and Axel would get a little frustrated about it, which is fun to poke him about it.
Yeah,
what would you say your handicap is?
I think I'm like 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's really good, isn't it?
Any favorite golfer that you like watching, and pro golfer?
Growing up, it was Jordan Spieth when I was younger, and now, I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite. Maybe I like Bryson now. Actually, I like watching him. I watch him on like YouTube and stuff now.
So for the casual fan that's watching this right now, if you could give a tip, a lesson for the average golfer like myself or somebody.
You're
worse
calling
than
yourself
me,
average?
I'm below average.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was waiting
the
for
average,
there.
the average tip, for the average golfer, what would you say would be? The Nate Danielson tip of the day.
That's tough. I mean, different for everybody, but I mean, I think something that helped me this summer was just trying to think as little as I possibly could. I don't know why, but at the start of the summer, I wanted to try to like change something in my swing, and it worked great at the start. And then like once it worked great, like at the range, it was awesome. And then I'd get on the course and I'd just be like thinking so much and in my head, and then I stopped thinking about it and like just started hitting the way I used to, and started to have some of the best rounds of my life, I guess. But that'd probably be my biggest thing, is just stop thinking so much.
Does it ever? It doesn't mess anything up with like hockey, does it? Like baseball is a different swing, but some guys always say that golf messes them up. Does it screw anything up when you're shooting or anything like that, or is it similar?
I've never heard that either.
Never? Okay.
People say that?
Baseball, I said they
I
say
thought
it.
you
I'm wondering.
Oh
if it
yeah,
does
baseball and golf
Yeah.
would definitely mess with
completely
you.
different, but it doesn't.
No, not for me. I don't think. I mean, I haven't noticed anything
Okay,
yet.
good.
So.
No, that's good. Just curious.
No.
Just curious.
I mean, I hope not, but
Now I'm in his head. He just said not to think.
no, I don't think so. I mean,
No, I probably wouldn't. It's a more similar motion.
Yeah,
than-
baseball, I
yeah.
could definitely see how it could screw some things up.
What would the best part of your game be? I mean, some guys drive a long way, and then other guys are good chippers, putters.
Honestly, probably driving. I hit it, I think, pretty far for me, but I think just like pretty consistent with it, and that's one of the things that I've found is just like if you can know where to miss it, just keep yourself out of trouble, and just try to keep the ball in play as much as you can.
Okay, I'm going to hard pivot back to hockey because you talked about you didn't like skating when you were very young.
Yeah.
But I read that your dad had you in summer camps, like for skating as you were growing up. How did that become like the part of your game you wanted to focus on?
It honestly wasn't my choice to be doing it. Honestly, I honestly don't know. I might have been like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And that was our family vacations. We'd go to Kelowna, BC, and it's like a lake town in BC, and we'd go there, and they had this like week-long power skating camp.
Oh, wow.
And so we would go there, and like it was kind of I think it was my parents' way just trying to get rid of us for a week. Is we'd go there and like we were on the ice like twice a day, and we'd have like a workout and off ice skills, and but I think my dad kind of just saw what was important and thought that if you can skate, you can play. So, I mean, it worked out for me, and I think that helped me a lot when you're young.
Yeah, any particular power skater that you could think of, that helped you along? Like what was the best way that they could teach you how to skate better?
What do you mean, like just the best like advice they gave me?
Yeah, best advice, or who helped you out the most?
I mean, I think that camp I would do in Kelowna obviously helped, and then I had a power skating coach back home that I worked with since I was probably 6 or 7. That her name is Val Nori, and I mean, I think just when you're at that age, just being able to learn the fundamentals of skating, like just bending your knees and just learning those fundamental things that just kind of become habit was probably the biggest thing.
That's interesting that you bring that up, because you hear the term power skating, or you want to become a better skater, but there's probably so many little things that go into being a better skater. What were like your biggest takeaways from, like, I don't know if you want to go back that far, but even some of the power skaters that you work with now to be better at it?
Yeah, now it's definitely a lot more technical.
Yeah.
I feel like once you get older, you kind of have your habits of things, and it's a lot harder to change it now. So, I mean, there's little things that we work on now with Rebecca, our skating coach, that are a lot more technical to each of us. And I think just kind of I have some like mental cues that help me with my skating. So that's now, but I think earlier, I think the biggest thing honestly was just like being in good posture, like having your knees bent, your chest up, like you don't want to be leaning over or get unbalanced, and just have a strong base, I think.
Now, players always enjoy playing for their country, and this is a big year because it's the Olympics coming up, but you played in the World Juniors. What was that tournament like for you?
Yeah, that was something that, as a Canadian kid, that's a big deal for us, and I always dreamed about playing that tournament, and so it was pretty surreal to be able to go over to Sweden and be able to wear country's flag and play in that tournament, and it was super cool. I mean, as a kid, that was kind of like our Christmas tradition, was like whole family gets together, and then Boxing Day, like it's hockey till whatever, January 5th. Like that was a big thing, and I always look forward to watching it every year.
How much do you enjoy the fact that NHL players are now able to go play in the Winter Olympics, and that's going to start again this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think just for the fans, like everyone wants to see that, and I think the Four Nations last year was awesome watching it. Like that was such a cool tournament, and I think the Olympics is going to be even better just because all the countries are there, and I mean it's awesome to be able to watch that as a fan.
I would imagine one day you'd like to play in the Olympics. That would be
that'd be obviously a dream. Yeah.
Okay, so Nate Danielson, hockey player. You have something else on your resume, matchmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, I guess.
Look at that smile.
I know, he's like, I did that.
Yeah.
So you and Emmett Finney dating twin sisters, but you were first, and then you introduced Emmett. How did that all happen?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend have been together now for like 3.5 years, and she has a twin sister, obviously. But like me and Emma got to be pretty good friends just since we've been drafted, and gotten to know each other through camps and stuff. And then last year he came back to GR like for the end of our year, so I think we became a lot better friends. And then there's this festival kind of in Calgary called the Calgary Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's a pretty big thing in like Alberta. So we were at that with my girlfriend and her sister, and I wanted to hang out with Emmett, so then I hung out with Emmett, and they kind of got to know each other that way.
And they hit it off.
Yeah,
Look at you.
I know.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
You ever think down the road though, like what happens if something goes south, and now you got
You can't think about that when you're in it.
But I'm just saying, like down the road, something might not figure it out.
Yeah, I guess just figure it out as it goes.
Yeah. So, are you guys spending Christmas together?
No, I have no idea, honestly.
He said the same thing. I'm like, do you guys not
but
know?
like honestly, like it's just at this point, like I honestly like until you brought it up to us like last week or whatever it was, I hadn't thought about Christmas at all.
Yeah,
Like
he's
still,
that's him telling me you're annoying. Stop asking me about Christmas.
I just hadn't thought about it at all. Like it's still felt a long ways away, but it's coming up pretty soon. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, you know, we got a big long trip coming up, and then 10 days till Christmas, 5 games before Christmas.
It'll be here
Yeah, it's
before
going
you
to
know
come
it.
fast.
So it's going to be busy. But what was Christmas like growing up as a kid? Did you always enjoy it?
Yeah, I love Christmas. Just being able to be with my family, and as a kid, you get school off, which was fun, and that's kind of Christmas thing was have the whole family, and like I said, we would go skiing sometimes as a family or do things like that, but a lot of the time it would be Christmas days would be on the outdoor rink, and have my brother and my dad and friends, and just being able to go outside and play hockey, and spend a lot of time doing that.
Do you have a favorite Christmas gift ever?
Probably a hockey stick. That or probably some mini sticks that we got when we were younger. I don't really remember. I don't remember what it's called, but an Easton stick that I got. But it was definitely a hockey stick or something to do with mini sticks.
I read that you like to read. Do you do that? Do you still have enough time to do that with your schedule?
Yeah, I got lots of free time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like after this, I don't got much going on, so I try to read, and I kind of got into it. Just I wanted something to do. Like we are pretty fortunate with the schedules we have. Like when we're at home, like we come to the rink for the morning practice, and then I got the rest of the day to do nothing. So I kind of started out as something to do in a hobby, and get me off my phone or watching TV or something. So I try to read, and I started reading the Game of Thrones books before bed.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah, I am still on the first one, but I like to read. I like to read like the kind of self-improvement books too. But I felt like when I was reading those before bed, it would kind of get me like too motivated, and then my mind was like wired.
Then you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
I got to
so
do something.
I had to like find something else, and I like the Game of Thrones show a lot, so that's kind of easy to read before bed.
You played in Grand Rapids, and we have people that watch our conversation from Grand Rapids and also here in Detroit. But what are your impressions of both cities? Like, what's good about Grand Rapids? What did you like about that? Now that you're here in Detroit, what do you like about the city of Detroit?
Yeah, I like the city of Grand Rapids a lot. We had a lot of fun there, and I lived right downtown with some other guys. Like I lived on the same floor as Ammo last year, so we would hang out a ton together, and it was a nice little city, and I enjoyed it a lot, and fans were awesome. They really supported us last year, and were out there for us, so I really enjoyed my time there, and so far in Detroit, it's been awesome. I mean, just being in the NHL is obviously a dream and something you've always wanted to do. So far it's been great here.
How about the start Grand Rapids is off to this year, though? That's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I think they went, I don't remember how long it take to get their first loss.
They went,
I think they're 9-0 or.
yeah, and then the first loss for a long time was in overtime,
Yeah,
right? So they had a
overtime,
shootout. Yeah. So I think they're like 15-0-1 right now, or 15-1-1.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
15-1-1 maybe, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty
That's
crazy
incredible
to start
start.
the year.
Now, Sebastian Cossa, I just saw where he was awarded Player of the Week in the American Hockey League. Fans here all excited about Sebastian. In your opinion, how is he playing?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, you just said it, first start of the week. So, yeah, that's awesome for him. I mean, I don't think you're not 15-1-1 without him. And credit to him and Postava and Geilander. They've all been, Posty's obviously hurt, but they've all been playing great. And so, yeah, I mean, Costa's got to know him pretty good. And he's an awesome guy. And I'm just happy for him to see him playing so well. And, I mean, the team in general.
All right, final question for you. Rate your podcast experience with us, scale of 1 to 10.
It was a great experience. I'll give it a 10.
Will you? All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
like it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Will you listen to the podcast?
No. Like, well, is it this podcast?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't want to listen to myself talk.
Come on.
Why, do you guys go
Your
listen to it?
players, your teammates will probably
Yeah, I'm
watch
gonna
it, right?
listen to it. I love listening to myself talk.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to listen to it. I mean, maybe I'll watch like my teammates.
You
but-
didn't watch Emmett's though.
Yeah, but
I'm calling you out. You got to watch one.
yeah,
Pick
I'll
one.
watch one.
At-
Have
by
you
the
guys
end of
done
the
Axel yet?
No.
Okay, I'll watch his.
So we have to do that next because we're
Yeah.
gonna stick to the theme of rookies. So
Yeah, I'd like to see what he has to say. He's interesting, so I'd like to see.
I was think that all your teammates would watch it and then they'd needle you or something like that, in the locker room.
Yeah.
they don't watch.
They don't watch
No,
it.
It's okay. You can admit it.
I mean, if I go on like YouTube, there's other things that I like to watch. So
It's okay. Thank you for joining us. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it. We'll
you
take the
guys.
10 out of 10
yeah,
rating.
Thanks.